Hello everyone. We're going to review how to draw a cube. So the first thing I'm going to do is start in the upper left-hand corner of my page. And I'm going to draw a line, sketch a vertical line, and I'm going to sketch a horizontal line to make my cube. And I'm not sure you can see, yeah, you can see that lightly. If you're having problems with straight lines, you could use a ruler, or if you don't have a ruler, I cut a piece of cardboard that would work. And you can just lay that down and trace along there, okay? Now, this angle here, we are going to make an arc. And in order to make this work, we need a 30-degree angle. So we're going to divide that arc into thirds. And on that lower third, we're going to draw a line that goes off like that. And do the same thing on the other side. An arc over here, angle it into 1, 2, 3, and angle it off this way. Now we have a 30-degree angle in here, and we can make our square. So I like to use a piece of cardboard that's about the thickness of my finger, or I could use the thickness of my finger and lay it down here and mark off on each side so my cube is straight up and down. This is going to be the front edge of my cube. This is going to be the side of my cube, the bottom edge, that 30-degree angle. 30 degrees over here. And then I'm going to make lines that are parallel. Now, if I cut this even, I can just lay it down and trace it this way. And lay it down so it lines up at the bottom and trace it that way. If you have a ruler, you can do the same thing. Okay? Now I need parallel lines going this way. So look, I can lay it down with this edge here and I can trace it up. I missed my mark just a little bit, but that looks straight, so I'm going to leave it. This one. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to go back and darken this up. And now you can see my top sits in here like this. But look, if I lay this down and I go from this corner to this point, I can trace it back that way. And if I go from this corner to this point, I can extend that line segment all the way back that way. Okay, so there is my cube. And I like to retrace it to make it a little darker. Draw a light till you get it right. Make it darker, maybe with a marker, and we'll do that in a little bit. Now, we're going to make stair steps. So when I think of a stair step, I think of this as being the flat top, the top of the stair where you put your foot, and you're going to step down onto another flat top. So watch how if I extend these lines, this line here, and this line here, okay, look at how it comes out right down here, or pretty close to right down here, okay? Now, if I extend this line down, and this line parallel to this corner, do you see how I have a top of a cube here? Right here. I've got the side coming down, but I need to know how far down to take it, so I'm going to take another line parallel here. And again, we are just sketching, so this does not have to be perfect. If we wanted it to be perfect, we'd do a lot of measuring. But this will work just like this. Straight down. Okay. Now, look at, here's another side. And I finish off the bottom. Extend that out and finish off the bottom there. And I've just created a stair step. I can keep going and build my stair steps down. So let's get started. So now you've created a stair step where you can step down, step down, step down. And then if you follow along this path, you're not going down or up and you're following along this path. Could you physically be back where you started from? Down, 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 walk flat, and be back where you started from. This is the same concept that MC Escher used in his stairwells. Take a look at them. And I'm going to keep drawing. So now I'm going to use 3 colors to color in my boxes. The tops are all going to be the same color. The right side is all going to be the same color. So anytime there's a right side and the left side are all going to be the same color. Now some of you may have noticed that I made a mistake in here. And sometimes that happens as we're working, we start to follow lines. But if I want this to look like it goes down, I should not have drawn this line or this line. And I should have drawn this line in. So I'm going to add that. And I'm going to show you how color can sometimes cover up a mistake that we made. So I'm going to start coloring. Let's get going. So this box is going to be my kind of code. I know every top is going to be blue. That means I'm going to start coloring across here and across here. This is a top, this is a top, and this is a top. Every left side is going to be green. So that means this whole side is going to be green. Every right side is going to be purple. So I'm going to fill that in purple, this in purple, and I'm just going to start filling it in. And you'll see how color can make this space in here where I made my mistakes not be so noticeable. Here we go. So now I think my mistake is not as noticeable. I can still see those lines in there, but I can't erase them and I don't have whiteout. So now I'm going to add some value to make other areas more interesting, and hopefully that will just kind of not be as noticeable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over some of these colored pencils to make them a darker value in some places and then leave them lighter in others.